The Hawks trying to get some get back after losing in a shootout. Hopefully this time the game won't go into a shootout and some youngsters getting some more ice time. More coming up next on Da Superfan Network.
Goal. Avellini, here comes Peyton. And Peyton is in for the touchdown.
Unbelievable.
Takes it, Cade. 2-on-1, hustling back his point off a shot. Goal! Shot retained in overtime.
Ahead of Jenks. Uribe charges throws. Out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the circle, puts the shot in the air. Good! The game's over, and the Bulls have won.
The pocket, so Ferguson was on the run, and you're going to see Wilbur Marshall come here and really flatten him. Oh, boy, did he really hit him.
Moving right in alone, the shot!
Looking downfield, launching downfield, going for it all! It is caught!
Here's Bernard. Feeds it back. Hazer scores! From Hazer in overtime! And the Hawks won it 4-3.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Da Superfan Network. I'm AJ Neihart. I've cooled off since then. It's been a day or two since the Hawks lost their last game to the Tampa Bay Lightning, but that game's over. We're moving on. We have another game to go on, and we're going up against the other Florida team, the two-time defending Stanley Cup champion, Florida Panthers. The Florida Panthers come into this game 27-20-3 with 57 points, and they are third in the standings to Boston, who holds the wild card spot. So they're on the outside looking in. Chicago comes in at 21-22-8, 5 points out of a spot that is tied with Seattle, San Jose, and LA. And if they get this win, they can tie and maybe overtake Nashville, who is above them. So this could be a very, very meaningful game. Game starts at 7 p.m. Eastern at the United Center, and hopefully that is the correct time, and we don't have weather delays, because I'm looking out my window, and boy, is it snowing. Yeah, I live like hours and miles away from Chicago, but if it's anything like it is here, it's going to be rough, let me tell you. So traffic will probably be bad. Stay safe, everybody. Some players to look out for, as always. There's so many players you can pick for Florida. You got Marchand, you got Bennett, you got Kachuk, you got Greer, Verhaeghe, Rodriguez, Reinhart. Probably Marchand, because Marchand scored the game-winning goal last game as Florida's coming off a back-to-back. He got an overtime winner over Minnesota last game. So they're coming in off a back-to-back. This is their back-to-back game. Chicago, they've been able to rest a bit. And some guys to look out for Chicago, Moore and Lardis, they've moved up in their lines. They used to be on the third line. Moore has now jumped to the first line on the left wing. Green drops down to the second line, and Lardis moves up to the second line. So Green and Lardis will be paired together, and Moore will be playing with Connor Bedard on his wing. So that should be pretty good. And it looks to be that Connor Bedard will be taking more face-offs in the near future, if not tonight. So that is a good thing. A very, very, very good thing. Starting goalies, Daniil Tarasov, who is 7 wins, 6 losses, and 2 overtime losses, who has played the Hawks 1 time and has a goals against average against us at 10.26. Yeah, I said that right, 10.26. And a save percentage of .800. He's got a career or season right now at 2.63 goals against average and a save percentage of .906. He will be starting tonight. Spencer Knight will be starting for the Blackhawks. 15 wins, 13 losses, and 6 overtime losses. A goals against average of 2.54 and a save percentage of .913. He has also played Florida 1 time, and that was a loss on him. But that's the only game that he's played against them. His former team, by the way, was the season opener, October 7th. I can't believe it's been that long. That was the last time these two teams met, and the Florida Panthers won 3-2. This is the second meeting of 2 this season, so this is the last time these two teams will play against each other. Spencer Knight will not have to see his former team again. And the goalie matchup seems pretty good for us. when it comes to them having their backup in and us having our starter in. So that is very, very good, even though they are coming off a back-to-back. The penalty kill for the Hawks is first, by the way. So this is a 85.4% penalty kill. The Hawks are number 1 on the penalty kill. Florida is number 9, but they're 22nd on the power play, and we are 14th on the power play. So could be some interesting there. And we're pretty even when it comes to face-off. 27th for Florida, 29th for Chicago, 47.2% for Florida, 47.1% for the Hawks. So it should be a pretty even face-off battle, unless one of the teams absolutely flubs on the face-offs. Starting lineups for tonight's game. Florida has a lot of injuries. They have Gadjevic on IR, Barkov's on long-term IR, Nusek's on long-term IR, Seth Jones, boo, thank you for the trade. We have our goalie now, bum. And then Kulikov is also on long-term IR. So a lot of guys out for Florida there. Starting lineups for Florida, Lou Sterinen, Lundell, and Martian on the first line with Greer, Bennett, and Kachuk on the second. Verhaeghe, Rodriguez, and Reinhart on the third with Vilmanis, Kunin, and Samoskevich on the fourth line. Forsling and Ekblad on the first pairing of defensemen. Mikkola and Belinsky, Bjornfoot, and Petrie are the defensive pairings. For the Blackhawks, like I said, we have some shaking up to do. Green drops down to the second line, so Moore goes up to the left wing side. First line with Moore, Bedard, Burakovsky, line 1. Green, Nazar, and Lardis, that a youngsters line for the second line. Bertuzzi, Dickinson, and Mikheyev on the third with Donato, Foligno, and Slager on the fourth. Bertuzzi playing on the left side and Mikheyev playing on the right side. The defensive pairings are Vlasic, Crevier, Kaiser, and Levshinov, and Grzelcyk and Murphy, so nothing much really changes with the defensive pairings, which you don't see that much change when it comes to that anyway. However, I really, really like that second line. That second line is a great line. I like that Green, Nazar, Lardis line, and I could honestly see that line happening in the future when we get all of our prospects. But who's to say? We'll see how it goes tonight. I have good hopes for it. Keys to the game, shut down. Doesn't matter who's on the ice, shut down. Florida's got a lot of guys, has a lot of talent, a lot of power there. Shut down every single way. And the other key to the game, get the offense going. The offense struggled against the Tampa Bay Lightning, and we just need to get the offense going. I'm not saying get a goal early. I'm just saying get more shots on goal. Last game, the Hawks had not a very, very low shots on goal total. Looking back on it, the Hawks only had a total of 19 shots the whole game. Four in the first, 2 in the second, and 8 in the third, with 5 in overtime. Without that overtime, you have 14 shots on goal. The Hawks need more than 14 shots on goal if they're going to be able to win this game. That is a big, big, big thing right there. They need to get shots on goal. They need to get the offense going. Make the passes, get out of your own zone, get the offense going. That is the big thing. Anyway, it's time for the pick of the game. The pick of the game is going to be, I want to say, Nick Lardis. I feel like we're going to get a goal. If I have to pick multiple players, if I can't just pick one, but I make the rules, so I'm only going to pick one. But if I could pick more, I would say that entire second line. I feel like somebody on that second line is going to get a goal. Green may score, Nazar may score, Lardis may score. Any one of them has a good opportunity to score. Other thing is, I'd like to point out Lardis is a left winger and he's playing on the right side, which is very interesting when it comes to this. It's kind of like a Kane situation where he's left-handed, but he's playing on the right side, but he's usually built for the left wing, which is strange. He probably has played on the right side before, and I just didn't notice it until now, but I'm noticing it right now. But it's going to be a very interesting game. Hopefully the weather doesn't impact the game too much when it comes in. Hopefully there's a good turnout for the fans. Hopefully a loud national anthem. But my pick of the game is going to be Nick Lourdes. I think he gets a goal tonight. Other than that, stay warm. If you're in the Indiana area, stay warm. There's a lot of snow going on. I think the snow is slowing up, or it looks like it's slowing up from where I'm sitting. So hopefully we can have a good night. Stay safe, stay warm, enjoy the game. Other than that, that's all I got for DA Superfan Network. I'm Adrian Neihart saying so long, God bless, and see you next time. Actually, not next time. See you later tonight for the postgame.